Why are women attracted to or drawn towards or so into men who don't treat them well? They're aggressive, they're mean, they're rude. Meanwhile, they are dismissing men who are nice, gentle, polite, kind, and all goodies that come with some men. Why? That is quite puzzling, isn't it? My name is Susan Grace, and welcome to Hangout with Susan. I was having a conversation with someone just the other day about this whole thing, and it triggered the question, why? And the thing is, we couldn't come up with an answer. And it had me thinking, I've actually been in a situation where I'm so much into a guy who's not like half as much into me, and is not very nice or kind. Meanwhile, the nice men in my Instagram or whatever they come from, I have like completely brushed them off. It was very puzzling for me, especially after we had the conversation. I did put out the question on my Instagram and Facebook as well, and I asked you to help me understand why some women are the way they are, why they are drawn to people who are not drawn towards them. All right? First things first, thank you very much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. I actually did not anticipate that much feedback. I'm going to be going through some of the comments you shared with me in just a bit. But first, let me share with you what I think is the answer to the why. Personally, I think that mine had a lot to do with the fact that I didn't grow up with a father or a male figure around me. Quite strange. It's until recently when my mom passed away, I moved in with my uncle, and he was actually the first strong male figure in my life. But majority of the life, it was just I had no exposure, so to say, to men. So I was attracted to whatever I was attracted to, and it didn't matter whether someone is attracted to me or not. It's just that I see you, I want you, I don't care what you do to me, I'm gonna stay, period. You know, when you don't have exposure to something, you don't know how to react or behave towards it, you know? So that is what I think contributed to that scenario. Other thing is, I think growing up, I didn't really value myself. I just looked down upon myself. I didn't think I was much. I actually didn't love myself so much. So when you don't value yourself, somehow you kind of send the same vibe to people, so they don't value you. That made me just get attached to any Tom, Dick, and Harry that came across my path. Before you and I go through these comments, I've just remembered something that might also have contributed to that, you know. And I feel like I grew up deprived of love, attention, and affection, especially from people who are very close to me. Family. Especially my mom, she was a bit distant, yeah. So because I was deprived of it, when I grew up, I think it became a mission for me to hunt for it. So if someone showed me attention, I think I'd just like get stuck. When you sort of take that away from me, I'm still gonna stick with you, hoping that at some point you're gonna change your mind and be nice to me. I think that also majorly contributed to why at some point I was drawn to people who didn't want me. Right. If some comments had the same message, I'm just going to put them together. All right. I have Charlie who says, it's because you don't value yourself that you attract people. Okay. You attract people who also don't value you. You don't think you deserve to be treated well, that you dismiss men who see value in you. He has brought out the issue of value. I spoke about it. And also he said that bad boys are not pets you can try to change. And that also came up a lot. That women, when they're attracted to a man and they learn he's not very kind or very nice, they feel the need to stick around and change the man. Sis, I'm gonna tell you from the very bottom of my brain, do not try to change a man, because he's not gonna change unless he wants to change. So I've got Vanessa who, in a lot of words, tried to explain the magnetic effect, saying that opposites attract. So nice, kind women are magnetically attracted to bad, brutal men, And so because they're nice, they're gonna repel the nice ones. Oh God, that's a bit messed up. I've got someone who says, because y'all don't like peace, you like chaos. Well, that's a bit mean. I've got Grace who said it might be because they have seen it from home that's how love is supposed to be. And she explained it further. And this is something that also came up a number of times, that some people have seen it from their homes. You saw your dad being mean to your mom, and she still stayed and still loved on your father. And so you grew up thinking that's what love should be. Can't see the name clearly. Says, I think it's a trait that one is born with. What do you mean? I don't think so. Anyway, I think it's a trait that one is born with. They believe being mistreated is a way of being shown love. I once knew a chick who was bitten by her ex while pregnant and many other bad things, and she still went back to the guy while pregnant. Okay, I don't think they're born with it. I think I'm just going to refer to the previous point. It's what they see in their family that makes them think that it's okay to be loved with brutality. Now, this one was interesting. Some women are hybristophilia, or others feel attracted to the bad boys, maybe as a sign of someone who can protect them. First of all, this hybristophilia thing means people who are attracted to men who do like bad things like murder, rape, whatever, all that manner. I think this is a bit much, you know. I mean, it's one thing to be a bad, arrogant, don't care dude, but I think it's another thing for you to be a murderer or a criminal generally, you know. But he thinks some women are just like that. They're drawn to not very good men. Yeah, I've got Kislev who said, because women live in the moment, the forbidden fruit looked good to Eve, had nothing to do with the benefits, pros and cons, and he goes further to explain. And actually, I was utterly surprised that this made a lot of sense, that we are sometimes naturally drawn to the forbidden fruit. It's not about how good it is, how attractive it is, it's just that it's the fact that it's forbidden, we shouldn't go there, so let's go there. You know, that made a lot of sense. So I've got Mary Cav who says, well, I feel like women feed off attention. We're not built for rejection. So when we don't get it, that is what breaks them down, and we fight this off by continuously fighting to prove what is not there. Some women feel the need to prove themselves. And I'm gonna take this back to the point of don't try to change a man. So women feel the need to prove themselves. Like, hey, it's me. I'm worthy. Please love me. Please have time for me. Time for you. He don't got time for you, sis. Step. Talker. Don't try and prove yourself to a man who hasn't already seen what's supposed to be seen. All right? Victor Olelo says women love certain things in order. They believe they can fix the man and make him better. Like we say, don't try and change a man. I've got Gary who said women love spontaneousness and the experience of feeling alive in extreme emotion. Young women love a man who is random, who keeps them on their feet and full of surprises. What surprise? Opposites attract each other. We spoke about that. Because at times the man treating a lady bad today was once treating her well, then he stopped. Because at times that man treating a lady bad today was once treating her well, then he stopped. Oh, okay, well that makes sense. That makes sense that the guy was primarily a nice guy, and so she got glued, and now he stopped being nice, and the chick is like, I ain't going nowhere. That makes sense. Winnie says it's a malfunction in our system. I think a virus. Oh, we're getting technical now. It's a malfunction in our system. I think a virus in our software that needs an antivirus. Okay, we're just gonna finish it there. She thinks it's a malfunction in a system that needs an antivirus. I can see her point. It's probably psychological that needs to be fixed, and I could not agree more. There is someone, lastly, who put a very interesting point and said that women love the challenge. So as soon as you start not being nice to them, being kind to them, they're like, bring it on, yeah. I don't know, it's like a thrill, it's like they get a high out of it, and I'm like, okay, that's a bit messed up. There was a lot of feedback, quite frankly, and a lot of those involved some personal experiences. I didn't feel like I should share them here without the consent. And the irony is, more men responded than women. So clearly, women, we don't even understand why we do the things that we do. But men are quite observant. I don't know, that's my take. So my 2 cents in this: 1, stop holding on to things that hurt you more, because the wound just gets deeper by the day. 2, women, stop trying to change a man. If he's very much into you, he will change whatever needs to be changed. But you trying to change him never works. Men change when they want to change. They're not changed by the environment. Okay? 3, I think generally tujiheshimu tu, wajua kama mtu akutaki akutaki. Stop hurting yourself and stop putting yourself through unnecessary drama and pain and trauma and hurt and all that. Yeah. Alright folks, we have come to the end of this video. I hope it was insightful. I hope we now have some sort of understanding as to why some women are the way they are. Yeah. And thank you very much for sticking through to the end of this video. I love you, God bless you, and I will see you in the next episode of Hangout with Susan.